right, we have fancy teams and everything. That was cool. But here we have StarTale Hack as the red Terran up in the top left of what this is Kadaria.
Yeah.
Kadaria. And then way over in the top right, we have IM.YoDa playing for LG Incredible Miracle as the blue Terran.
That's right, TVT. And I don't know if I've seen a TVT play out on this map quite yet, but I imagine this is going to be the sort of map, that if you can get past Banshees at the beginning, because of the way it's rotationally symmetrical and there's not set cross spawns, you do have a little bit of positional imbalance, I imagine. So could see certainly some Banshees, but I think if you get past that point, it's just going to be strong green tank play because of the way you can get in position underneath the main here. And we actually saw this in the match yesterday. It was a TBZ, but it basically had the same results where tanks here from Demuslim were actually able to siege up all the way into this path here, watch the natural, watch the third, watch the fourth, get into the main. They become very powerful, and I wouldn't think that this is going to be any exception.
That seems pretty tough to deal with as a Zerg if you've got like Spinecrawler wall there, or I mean, any number of units that come through the natural toward that third or fourth location, I guess. That seems like a tough spot, but basically YoDa would have an easier time doing that here in these positions than Hack, but you know, Vikings can always make a huge difference as well when you've got those tank pushes. So we'll see, yeah, as things unfold. Right now the build is mirrored.
Yeah.
Both teams, or both players, excuse me, doing exactly the same build up to this point. So yeah, Banshees, obviously, like you said, can be very useful here on Kadaria. There is a lot of room sort of behind the mineral line as well, though, so you can place some Marines and turrets and things like that. It's not right on the edge like some maps, so Banshees can kind of just hang off the back and try to do damage, so that's actually a little bit better defensively for these guys to be able to deal with Banshees. But after these barracks get done, we'll see if their builds diverge at all.
Yeah, and both guys did decide to go gas first, so they'll be able to put down factories right away. The question will be, do they add on a second gas, go for straight cloaked Banshees? I mean, obviously the prevailing build in TVT lately has been to go for a simple Banshee expand off of just one gas, but these guys could throw us for a loop here and switch things up completely, as we see factories coming down for both players at the moment.
That's right. The only difference is the depot timing. Still, if you look now, it's just like that mirrored build once again. I mean, we saw this in Wings of Liberty right after retail, where you'd have mirrored builds from TVT all the way to up to 8 to 9 minutes. Everyone just doing the same build all the time, but I'm sure these guys are going to be splitting a little bit. Yeah, there's a second gas now for YoDa, so he's going to be switching. Oh, actually, Hack actually building a second gas as well, and it's mirrored again in the production tab.
Yeah, it is, but this is pretty important to know because they'll be saving up a ton of gas. They're going to try and trick each other. The question will be, how quickly do they get out to Vikings? Does either invest in a Raven as well? Starport's coming down now, and
did he cancel the Hellion or finish it?
He canceled it and then restarted it.
He canceled it so he could build another Marine and then cancel the Marine. I'm not sure what's going on in YoDa's base right now.
Yeah, so YoDa is actually looking for a bit of a drop here at the beginning, because otherwise he would invest it in that tech lab. May decide to do it afterwards, actually, now that because
SCV
the Hellion is pretty close. And denied.
All right, good timing by YoDa. When he pulled those Marines away, I was like, oh man, that's kind of unfortunate. The SCV is just about to show up, but he actually hit that time just fine on the depot to prevent that SCV from getting in. Does not show the Hellion. He almost did.
Yeah.
But now the Hellion is going to roll out of here and try and do some scouting for YoDa. Has he even tested? Has he even gone out on the map at all yet, YoDa?
I don't believe so. I think this is his first venture.
Yeah, it is. Okay.
All right, so he's going to know where his opponent's at very quickly. We do have Cloak coming down for both players as well. So mirrored Cloak, Banshee builds. We'll see how aggressively they decide to push afterwards. And like I said, it's going to come down to conserving scans, making sure that players build a Viking in time, and we'll see if they decide to switch up into that, but otherwise, it's going to be a lot of SCV destruction at the beginning.
That's an interesting starport placement by Hack, actually, at the far corner, so it's like actually the closest he can get to his enemy without actually leaving his base, so that's kind of interesting. He's going to cut down travel time a little bit, but obviously Cloak won't be finished if he does send it as soon as humanly possible, so that'll be interesting. And, I mean, this is really going to be may the best Banshee win. Oh, actually, YoDa putting up a command center right now, that actually could be a bit dangerous. Neither player has put up an NG bay yet. Oh, there's one for Hack actually starting now.
Yeah, Hack has one coming out, and let's see. No, it is another Banshee coming out for YoDa. I didn't know if he was going to switch up because he did have an excess of gas and could have thrown down a Raven then, but decides not to do it.
Oh,
Cloak
they're
not
ready.
Finished up. There it is, and he sees the Banshee. Second Banshee, or I should say the original Banshee for Hack, is making its way behind the mineral line here, though. YoDa immediately putting up an engineering bay, but he does have enough for one scan at the moment, but not a lot of Marines there.
Cloak is finished, no detection. Yeah, as you said, he has got enough for one scan, but he wants to get right under that Banshee to make sure that he's going to be able to kill it. And no, he actually blows it a little bit early, and Hack actually picking up Marine kills and SCV kills, stopping that one in its tracks from building that depot. YoDa with two kills on his Banshee as well. There's the scan. He is going to be able to pick that off. Good timing there from Hack, and right now Hack is taking a commanding lead in these Banshee wars.
Oh yeah, let's go ahead and take a look here. It is 8 workers killed to just 3 at the moment. Eventually, missile turret will pop up, but honestly, almost all of these SCVs are going to die in the meantime. This is very difficult for YoDa to try and overcome. Now, the only thing he has going for him is that he did decide to expand a little bit early, so if he can continue to get damage done with this Banshee...
Oh, man, Viking out already, too.
Yes.
That's rough.
Oh, man, 10 supply, 9 supply. There's GG. We're off to a quick start, and YoDa has gone down. StarTale takes a 1-0 lead.
Very interesting there. Little Banshee wars to get us started here.